Hey folks, welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 4. I hope you can hear me better in this episode. I did have a complaint about the audio volume, so I've turned the mic up. Got to be a little bit careful because if I get overexcited, I don't have a hardware compressor, so I'm relying on OBS to catch any, any clipping, audio clipping when the game's a bit too hot. So just let me know how it sounds. You might find that it's a little bit much and it kind of clips, but I usually know what I'm doing with audio. So anyway, we are back into the game. I was just looking at this and thinking to myself, this whole mechanic that these guys have got with the Promethean growth is really interesting. It really does make you think whether it is worth, well, for a start, you've got to find Promethean. Okay, that's going to be a big thing for us. So we're going to want to find and take any Promethean that we can get, right? So look, we've got some here. The Taurians have got some here, I should say. We've got some here, this is the Krynn in Krynn space around Osiris 1. They've got some Promethean there too. So some interesting strategic considerations. We want to trade for that if we can. Well, that would be good. Do we want to go to war for it? Well, not right now because we are currently at war with Drengin. Let's get on. What executive orders have we got available at the moment? Now, tourism is good. We can increase our tourism, and that's like a big bonus once you get going. The thing is, I don't think we're actually making any money from tourism right now. Let's just check. Yeah, I don't think we are. I think it tells you here once you start making tourism income. Now, we could actually put our approval's pretty good. The thing is, we do take a large hit to manufacturing there doing this. So I think I'll keep it as we are. Now we've got some other stuff that we've got free media. This will give us a diplomacy bonus. We've also got free trade. Now free media might be a good one if we find that we're actually getting into some trouble with our neighbours. It's always worth having a quick look at the diplomacy situation when you get back into a game. So we're trading with the Mimot, we're trading with the Taurians. Taurians actually like us. Mimot are a little bit cooler. Yeah, Mimot are saying that we're a warmonger. Yeah, so are the Taurians. Okay. So did we try to get some? Usually you get that, I think, when you pay somebody to go to war. It might be just because we declared war. Perhaps that's what's gone on there. There are a few changes in this game that I'm not always keeping up to pace with. Okay, here's the Drengin. We're currently at war with them. They're not that strong. They are catching up with regards to military power, so we need to do something about that. Let's keep building fighters, and then we'll start putting out some frigates too. And we should also start beelining towards where are we? Orbital ship assembly, so that we get that extra capacity, 10%. That won't affect our fighters, but it will affect frigates. I don't think we'll get much with the fighter. Fighters have got a massive 5. Usually you can only put one ship on them. Later on, later capacity upgrades will actually be quite useful. What were we going for there? I've just clicked off that. Yeah, directed energy weapons, wasn't it? Okay, let's just select that. Okay, 2 turns. The enigmatic monolith. Temporary boost to the crew's problem solving. Okay, so we get a burst of knowledge. Now, there's still a little bit of a weird thing here. It's a glitch where if you get an in-turn boost to research, it actually looks like it increases the time. That's not quite right, by the way. Like if we go in here, you'll see that just resets. It has been logged as a bug. Okay. So really, we want to be keeping our eyes on Drengin space. We've annexed planet Honda 1 from the Taurian regime, so they're going to be very happy about that. But that was their fault. They were stupid. They like, this is one of the reasons, by the way, why I didn't try and take Delta 2 here. Delta 3, sorry, this excellent planet, or mess around with these, because the AI will just culture push them. Now, look, we're actually starting to lose ground in Lapra 2. We do have something on Geode. Where are we? We've got this Echoing Heartstone. This might be worth getting because this is a one-shot influence boost that we can play on a world. If we play it on Honda 2, I think will be the one. Or we could play it here directly on Lapra 2, and that will actually start pushing this back. This could be a bit of a problem with the Taurians, to be honest. And you might find eventually we lose this. Let's just see what they're putting out with regards to culture. Yeah, 33.6. It's kind of that we're beating them up with Honda 2, but it's just these ones here. Now, we did have that cultural progression in, where was it? Egalitarianism, I believe. Yeah, it's this one here. All colonies generate influence, representation. This is a really good one. So, yeah, that's gonna be pushing influence out from all our colonies now, as well as just the core worlds. But yeah, this is an issue we've got to kind of keep our eyes on. I mean, does it really matter if we lose this? It wouldn't be good, because this has got cultural output itself. So Tauria would presumably be getting the, that would be feeding into Tauria. And that's just going to grow this. You see how culture works? It's really, really cool. As you start to creep in and push back. What we got here? Oh, that's Lapra 4, Dead World. Okay. So yeah, we need to be pushing back on these guys, really. I think we're gonna come to blows. I can't see any way around it, to be honest. They are actually friendly with us at the moment. They won't be friendly with us if we start pushing back on their home world, no doubt. Okay. Narita 2. This is the desert world. Okay, so by the way, this is being renamed, I believe. Galactic Mainframe is going to be called the Capital Mainframe again, or the Planetary Mainframe, something like this. We've got the Xenoanthropology Center. Now this is an influence growth building. This could be a good one to put onto Honda 2 here. Look. Yeah, we've got the trade network coming out next. I think we should do this. Let's go for the Xenoanthropology Center. Okay, that would be a good place for it. It's just a shame that it doesn't give a research bonus, because look, this is by oh no, that's research. Sorry, I'm looking. This is a slightly bluer color. Okay, let's get. All right, so that's going to be giving the trade network bonus. That's nice. Tourism, influence, wealth, and approval. Yeah, let's put it here. Look. I might actually get that out quick, so that we're getting out the extra culture. Yes, that's going to be pushing out another 2. Another 2 influence. Also, it gives us a diplomacy bonus as well, which is really, really big. +1 diplomacy, very, very good. Okay, we got a probe down here. This is our survey ship, so let's get this. Oh, okay. I remember why I did that. Because we've got the independence here. Do we have any? We don't have any ships guarding Honda 2. That's interesting. Okay, we've got a prism over here. Let's get this prism just moving this way, just to potentially guard. It's not going to do anything against this thing. This is going to wreck us, but it might, as part of a bigger fleet, be able to do something. Okay, we've got a pirate ship incoming too. Let's just check these ships. Where are we? Checked all ships. Okay, they came out the wrong way, but that. Okay, let's get these guys here, and we're going to take out this pirate ship. We're going to get moderate casualties, but it's saying we're going to destroy them. Now, that's not guaranteed, by the way. The odds aren't always bang on. It's got beam attack, missile attack, kinetic attack, 3 shields defense. Okay, whereas our ships are beam ships, we've also got some missiles. Oh no, we've got kinetic. We've got a streak there as well. Yeah, these things are going to be able to get in, and we've got some missiles too. Okay, we've got a bit of a mix. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so it's going to be our first battle. Now, this thing's damaged. Look, it's only got 50% hit points, which is quite interesting. Let's watch the battle and see what happens. Okay, so our ship's coming in here, and we started to fire missiles at long range. So is this, though. Oh, we did take some damage. Okay, we've lost a ship, but I think we've taken it down. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So what did we lose? We lost 2 ships. We lost the 2 shards, these 2 bombers here. Well, that was okay. I don't mind that. That's not too bad. Now, it's saying that actually said defeat. I wonder if that was saying that it was a defeat with regards to, we actually lost ships. Okay, we're gonna get total loss here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these back to. I'll just keep them in our area. I think what we need to do is just make sure we guard this thing. I made a mistake there moving this back next to the Independence. I'm hoping that that is going to be too busy snaffling that artifact to actually worry too much about us. Now, the Rune Win, we've got an upgrade here. Now, it's got movement 7. The other one's movement 7 too. I think I'm going to give it a crew quarters just to improve the hit points on that, because extra hit points are always going to help. Okay. We've got a frigate here, the Quartz. I'm going to move that one up this way. Trying to get an idea of where all my ships are here. Let's get this one up to Jishui Starbase 1. Okay, at Honda, let's replace those shards that we lost. These, oh no, sorry, was it the streak? Yeah. We lost 2. Let's just get a couple of those out, or 3 out. Chalkedony Shah, governor of Narita 3, is widely believed to be favouring personal friends at the expense of the world's citizens. Our advisors have investigated the accusations and determined that they are false, and Chalkedony Shah hasn't done anything wrong. Still, there is a loud public outcry for us to at least chastise the governor in some manner, or we will seem to be complicit in the supposed corruption. Now, she can take a penalty. But we, yeah, mine's 10 loyalty, but we'll get an approval boost. We can replace this with a Harmony Crystal, so I'm going to do this. And also, in raising Nihilism, I mean, I can't remember which one Traditionalism is, you know, the specific benefits it brings. I still think it would be nice if you could come out of this screen so you could go and check before you make the choice. I think we'll just, yeah, we'll get her to take the penalty. We can always give her a Harmony Crystal. In fact, we might do that now. So, governors. Oh, is she? There. I've got this one as well. So what you can do is, like, you can give them a Harmony Crystal, and that gives them improves their loyalty, which is sometimes worth doing if it's starting to get a little bit low. Let's just leave her for the time being, or to him for the time being. By the way, I believe this sign means that it's this is a prototype ship, so it's unique. Alright, we've got a constructor here at Geode. What was I doing with that one? Was it to get this Illyrium here? I think it probably was, wasn't it? Oh, we've also got Thulium out here, and we've got a Culture Relic. Yeah, I think that Culture Relic will be well worth getting. Let's go and send that one out there. We can build another... We'll get another one of these ships. Now, how many? Let me just remind myself of how many trade. Yeah, we've got 6 trade licenses now. Look, so I was going to build more freighters. Have we got all the asteroids around here? No. So there are some more asteroids we can get to. We are at war though. I'm going to get a probe out, and the reason why I'm doing that, in fact, we're going to get those out before the siege ships. The asteroid miner first, then we'll get the probe. I think then we'll get some freighters. The probe I'm going to keep floating around here just so that I've got eyes on what the Drengin are doing. They are going to send ships at us, very, very likely. Yeah, this little ship here. I don't mind if this thing kills a shard, by the way. I'd rather it killed the shard than the probe that I've got with the artifact sensor on. Okay, here we are in Narita 2 again. We still didn't make this decision, did we? Manufacturing is kind of low. It's just not the best planet, is it? Still, we can make something good with it. Ah, we've hit the max population. In which case we need some housing. 10 turns, wow, that's kind of brutal, isn't it? How's abouts? Yeah, I've got an idea. Let's get a colony ship up here. We'll move some population off this planet. Rather than getting a housing up, we'll actually keep going into manufacturing. And we're gonna try and get as much manufacturing out here as possible. I think that's gonna be the best one, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna get this manufacturing up quickly as we can, just improve its. I mean, this is going to be a manufacturing planet, I expect. There's not really a whole lot more it's got going for it. It does have a little bit of cultural input. This might okay. There is some kind of debate going on in the community as to whether you should have all core worlds as much as possible, or whether you should keep colonies. I think the answer is it depends. I don't know. There are people who've played this more than me who might be able to give you a more educated guess, or a more educated answer. I suspect that really the whole point of this colonies and core worlds thing was to reduce the potential I don't like using the term micromanagement, it's not correct. Excessive planet management. Okay, so if you've got excessive planetary management, a lot of players get turned off. So I think that's part of the reason why they put this in. So in this would be a good example of a core world that you would be quite happy just to keep as a colony, and it would, unless you really want to sort of build it up. I just love this little mini game. I just think it's really good fun, but not everyone's the same. Okay. We've got this little fleet here. I think I'm going to start bringing these back over towards Geode, so we've got some guards over here. Okay, next turn. What do we got here incoming? Okay, it's a siege ship. They're coming to take Formal Heart. We've researched directed energy weapons. This unlocks the neutron emitter, which is a weapon, and the enhanced particle beam. Okay, this is just a standard weapon. This one requires Illyrium, but with a higher beam attack. Or is it lower mass? Yeah, it's a lower mass one. Okay. This will increase beam even further. We've got terraforming. We've got orbital mining. I do like the cultural influence. I think I'm going to go for culture. Just while we're so close to the Taurians and they're pushing back on us, I want to increase our cultural output. Okay, we've got a siege ship incoming. This is going to die. I don't think they've thought this one through. So we just send our fleet out to destroy that. Okay. Now the AI is programmed so that it doesn't always wait for full fleets. What it tries to do is if it's in trouble, it will just try to weaken your fleets with its own. But I think it's a little bit overtuned at the moment, so it's undertuned. So yeah, I mean that wasn't a good ship to be sending out. Now bear in mind, the AI is only going on what information that it knows. Okay, so it doesn't know that it probably didn't know that we had that that fleet there at that starbase. It does now. So yeah, like you don't just bear in mind that the AI just play the same game that you do, and quite possible that it's not aware. It didn't see that. That wasn't necessarily being stupid, but it probably should have sent us a probe there first. It just didn't have one, so it was taking a chance, and that's the way that was working. Okay, let's get this Honda fleet. Looks like the hit points have regenerated. Okay, they can destroy the Independence here. Let's get this bomber in here too. Okay, yeah, we've got enough logistic points. Okay, we're going to fight. This will be a real loss for the Drengin, by the way, if we can destroy it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's already damaged, look. So we've got the long range. The bombers are firing from long range already. Oh, we're getting some hits in too. That's quite lucky. Yeah, we missed up with those ones. Now the close-in fighters are going to start shooting. Okay, we've lost one. But yeah, we've got them. Yeah, they weren't well defended enough. Just as expected. We lost one ship. We lost another shard, the close-in fighter or the close-in bomber. Awesome. Okay, that not only can we take that artifact now, but that is weak in the Drengin. I would expect to see. Let's have a look. Let's go to their power ranking, military power. Yeah, that will drop. It might show it next turn, unless they're just building loads and loads of ships, which is, you know, they're kind of outpacing their losses big time. No, that's possible. We've got an idle shipyard. This is the one at Narita 3. Ooh, we do need modules, so let's get some modules up. And modules is something we can trade for. I don't know if anyone else will have the technology. Let's talk to some of these guys, see what they've got. Yeah, these guys haven't got any modules yet. Okay, they've got a lot of tech though. Now these guys, they're far enough away from us that we can potentially be friends with them for a while. What have they got that we might want? Avenger missile system might be nice. Orbital manufacturing would also be good. Let's see if they'll trade something. Okay. Yeah, look, they want too much. What else could we potentially... Like, that would be a good one. Improve life support. All of these are good. Let's see if you'll swap this. Okay, right. So he's going to swap Avenger missile systems for directed energy weapons. This is a better tech, I think. Now we have got a bunch of diplomatic capital he might want to take. So let's. Okay, there we go. Look, so let's see if we can persuade him. We might be able to use a little bit less of this. All right. So there we go. Directed energy weapons for the Avenger missile system. This will make our missiles better, basically. We'll get the Avenger missile and the Harpoon missile. Again, these are two that are... One of them costs antimatter. Actually, yeah, it's a stronger attack as well. I think that's probably worth it. I wonder if we can... I mean, it might be worth seeing if they'll give us anything else. Orbital mining, maybe for trade networks. Okay, they like that. They like that idea. Yeah, shame they've not got any Promethium. Promethium's what we want, because the more Promethium we get, the more growth we get, if you remember. Let's just see if we can fine-tune this diplomatic capital a bit. Oh, yeah, okay, so we don't have to give them any of that. Let's see what else we can get. Alright, might be... We're asking a bit much here. Alright, they're not bothered about xenobiology. Okay, they like extreme colonization. That's probably a bit too good for them. Yeah, they're not so keen to give that one away. Direct energy weapons and trade networks for Avenger missile system and orbital mining. That was the one, wasn't it? Let's see if we can get orbital manufacturing. No, they're not going to give us that. I'm not going to micromanage this one too much, folks. Let's see if we can get some credits from them instead. Okay, so we're going to get just a few credits off them. There we go. What do you got? Yeah, they've got modules. We've got quite a lot of thulium, look. I wonder if we can get a few modules and exchange them for some thulium. Is that a good deal? I don't know. No, not if they're not willing to give them up. Okay. So, again, orbital manufacturing. Yeah, again, they don't seem that keen to give this one away. Planetary mobilization is another good one because this gives us the ability to get, yeah, this at least a planetary invasion eventually. We can make soldiers. Will they give us that instead? No, definitely not. Alright, forget it. Forget it. What about Gizmo here? Oh, they got fusion power plants. That's a good one. Yeah, we definitely don't want to give them xenobiology. That would be a suicidal move. Okay, well they want they're willing to switch. These guys seem a little bit more friendly. You're at war with a civilization we dislike. Okay, so they don't like the Drengin either. Ooh, an exploration treaty. We could share. So, exploration treaty means that you share each other's sites in the fog of war. This is a pretty good one. Now, these aren't any threat to us at the moment, I don't think. Let's see what else we can get. Okay, yeah, they don't want to give us planetary mobilization. They don't like us enough yet. Promethean, though, is definitely something we want. Okay, let's see if we can get... Let's swap them some diplomatic capital for this. Let's just try persuading them. Okay. Give me more Promethean. Okay, this is kind of a lot. I'm pushing my luck with that. Let's just take what we can get. Okay, one diplomatic capital. Okay, there we go. I really like the diplomacy system in this game. It's pretty, you know, I think compared to other 4X games, it's pretty similar. What is good about it is the kind of the core of the game, whereas other games just sort of tack it on. Apart from Master of Orion, the original, which was where, you know, and I guess to a lesser extent, yeah, Master of Orion 2 as well, because it was central to the gameplay. You know, the victory condition was basically to win the council vote, and that way you had to really play it. And I think that was really, really clever. It's funny. I mean, even in Civ, the original, it wasn't as good as that, I don't think. Let's see what these guys have got. Okay, they got Starbase Refinery. Okay, they're willing to trade for trade networks. That's not a really big tech. Oh, they got loads of money, though. Wow. Alright. We've persuaded them already by the looks of it. Okay, so trade networks for Starbase Refinery. We've also got the Taurians and the Krynn. What are they thinking of us? Yeah, they're happy that we're at war with the Drengin. This is interesting. So again, just a sort of you know, a sort of musing on game design. Look, he's happy. He's like a cat that's just been fussed. I like little things like this, right? So where the fact that there's this little modifier where it says, you know, you are at war with the civilization we dislike. There's two ways of looking at this, right? You could look at this as like another, you know, yet another 4X number wang system where it's just like, oh yeah, there's loads of numbers and none of them mean anything. No. This is clever because this encourages you to really engage with the diplomacy system, right? So once you know that, if you know that these guys don't like the Drengin, by going to war with the Drengin, especially if it's a relatively easy war, you can potentially put off a faction like this from fighting you themselves. Also, that, you know, when they're not fighting the Drengin, they get to grow, so it's in their interest. So this is some really cool political intrigue games that you can play. You know, this is like an organic sort of diplomacy system that encourages the player to kind of come up with their own strategies, and I think it's really good. Like, this is kind of how the Paradox stuff works as well, although I do think Paradox games are guilty of the number wang problem, but you know, less so than other games perhaps. Okay, I don't think they're going to give us planetary invasion or mobilization. That people don't seem to want to trade that one. Yeah, look, I think they know that that's one that can be used against them. Orbital manufacturing they might give. Yeah, like they're asking a little bit much. I would like some Promethean. I wonder if we can grab some of that off them. See how much diplomatic capital would be required. Oh yeah, it's a lot for the Promethean. Okay, I don't think I want it that bad. Yeah, I don't think I want it that bad. We could also trade for ships. Again, they're a little bit reluctant to give ships up. Tell you what we'll do. Let's give them trade networks, and we'll see how many credits we can get for it. And we'll just, there we go. Look, and we'll persuade them. I don't like threatening people unless I'm playing an evil race. Unless there's a reason to lower your relations, of course. Okay. Finally, we've got the Krynn. I do want to have a chat with them too. Okay. Oh, they like us. Again. Oh, wow. You're at war with a civilization we dislike. They really don't like the Drengin. You supported my claim. Okay, yeah. So we've got a whole bunch of... they like us because we supported them in a bunch of events too. Now, they've got a lot of Promethean. See if they'll trade some Promethean. Yeah, they wanted a lot of diplomatic capital for that. Okay, so they'd trade the Promethean for trade networks. So what are we getting from this, right? If we get ourselves up to Promethean 10, we're going to get 0.06 growth. So that's kind of, you know, we're basically a tenth of the way there to being like, you know, normal population growth essentially. There is some benefit to having that early on, I'd say. And also, if you're going to try and do this strategy, which you probably should, you want to do it as early as possible, right? Because the earlier in the game that you get it, the earlier you'll start to the earlier the curve begins. Yeah, interesting. Oh, they got battle cruisers as well. I would be tempted to trade that one if we can get it. Okay, they'd want a whole bunch of stuff for it, but that will enable us to get cruisers out. Oof. That is an interesting choice. Yeah, I mean, if we can get some credits out of it too. Bearing in mind that at the moment we're only going to be getting like, you know, with 25% tax, we're only getting 1 credit for every 4. Okay. Okay, let's do that. We've got battle cruisers now. Now that means we can make some really, really nice ships. By the way, we've got a ship upgrade here. This is with the LD Discovery. No, it's only 6 movement, this one. I think we should probably... Ah, we've got the antimatter warhead too. Yeah, we are going to have to spend antimatter on that. Yeah, but that is pretty good. That will help us if we eventually go to war with the thing. That's a significant boost to its missile output. Okay, we've got a shard here. Let's get this thing up at Narita 3. Got 5 ships defending this one. This one's going up here to this rally point. Let's get this streak out into this fleet here. And perhaps we start moving these ones up this way. I think we've got rid of all the Drengin in our area now. Okay, orbital ship assembly. This would be a good thing to get out before... Ah, Starport's good though too. For the orbital manufacturing. Yeah, we've already got the battle cruiser doctrine, and but this will lead to planetary mobilization, which I don't think we can get any other way. Yeah, we've got to go through it. But this gives a capacity plus 10. Let's do that because then we can make use of that plus 10 bonus when we're designing our cruisers. Plus 10% mass. Excuse me. I'm still a little bit sick. I've got just this really, really mild cold, which doesn't seem to affect me in any way other than fill me full of gunk. Okay, let's have a look. There's a growing dislike for the Altarians among our people. The Altarians have requested that we attempt to curb this disapproval by releasing a public statement supporting them. What are your orders? Well, I don't really take orders from anyone else. A statement of support would increase totalitarianism but reduce approval. We can condemn them and increase approval and increase cultural awareness, but that's going to give us diplomatic penalty with them. 50 months is a long time as well. I'd like to do that. The problem is the -3 diplomacy with the Altarians isn't great, and they are at our back, you know. I feel that they are... I mean, they're not very strong. Look, if you look here... They're not particularly strong. Or we can just stay out of it, and that'll be a -1 diplomacy penalty, but that will increase cultural awareness. Yeah, I don't want the approval penalty at all. Let's just stay out of it. So the Altarians, you know, that's probably the best thing to do. Who have they got down there? Oh, they got the Baratak Grove. Oh, no, sorry, it's the Navigators, right? And they're on Arnor. Okay, that's really interesting. And we've got this colony of Pippin that we got from that event. I expect that event will be that'll be tweaked at some point. All right. How many control have we got? We've got 23. Yeah, I'm gonna wait, I think. Alright guys, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the episode here because we're over half an hour. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. This game's kind of really starting to hot up, isn't it? Wow, look at this. So now we've got this exploration treaty with the Mimot. We can actually see where they are. Ah, who of this here? That's the Archaeans, I think. Like their colour. Well, it looks like they must be all around here then as well. Interesting. How many people we got on this one? Yeah, you can click on these star clusters, by the way, and it'll tell you who's in there. By 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So the Altarians and the Navigators have got kind of a cluster to themselves, but it's a smaller cluster. Yeah, this one's got... Hang on. It's got 7 habitable planets left. This one's got 6 that we can see. Okay. That's interesting. I think I picked the right size of game. I feel vindicated in the size of game that I picked. I think that I'll be able to get this finished before the next patch comes out sometime at the end of the month, no doubt. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I will catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed the series. As always, leave comments. It helps if you comment because it helps the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. And yeah, also, even if you're just saying hi. If you've got any questions, ask questions because this is a good place for me to be able to answer them as well. So if you've got any questions about the game, if there's anything you don't like, let me know here as well. That's really, really useful because I can pass it on to the guys at Stardock, and you know they are really, really proactive with taking on community feedback. In fact, I've never ever seen a company that are so open to community collaboration. It is at this point almost community collaboration. I mean, if you go over to the official official GalCiv4 Discord recently, the CEO Brad Wardell has been on there every night, like working on the game. He's like, he's actually doing the programming, changing game events. He's talking to people, he's asking what they want, what is it, what's on your wish list. It's just so cool to see that because it just shows that they really, really want this game to be good, and it's not just because they want sales. I mean, obviously they want the game to sell well. This is one of the things that kind of like attracted me to Stardock years ago, was they update their games for years and years after release. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that they updated GalCiv3. They updated Fallen Enchantress, like I think earlier this year, at the very beginning of the year or last year, and that's a really old game. So they are committed just to keep making these games better and better, even when there's no financial viability in doing so, and that is a good thing. I think that is that is the sign of somebody they're not just some soulless corporation trying to make a quick buck. They do want to make good products, and that's one of the reasons why when I got the job offer I jumped at it, because I was like, this is the kind of company that I'd want to I want to work for, because they really are about their craft as much as making money. Anyway guys, I'll catch you next time. Take care.